The news on cable frightens me. It says I'm obsolete, that I'm draining the economy and my life chances are complete. For every wrong that strikes this world, they say my kind's to blame. The useless ones should be let go quietly. That they're still here is such a shame. So I remained alone, ignored in my disgrace, my prospects blown, as if under an evil curse. That's when whoever runs the universe put you on my case. You saw beyond the chart you brought. You saw beyond my chair. You saw a woman amidst so much strife. You saw that I was there.
I met Donna about 3.5 years ago because she was having a problem with her complex putting a ramp on her house. So I started the process and tried talking to the landlord and whatnot, and we weren't able to get anything worked through that way. So we called Disability Rights New York.
My name is Donna Rubin. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, but I grew up in Long Island in Nassau County. I've lived here since 2000, and in 2013 I became wheelchair bound, and then my whole life turned around because I had a wonderful landlord and a wonderful relationship with, actually a no-event relationship in this area. And when suddenly when I came back from rehab in the wheelchair, my landlord basically wanted me gone.
I started working with Donna about 10 years ago in 2009 when she came on this program, and I helped her get onto the program, and it helps people live independently in the community with the supports that they need. It's very individualized, so we helped Donna get assistance with her rent since she was left without her mom and a means to pay her rent. We helped her get some equipment, some services, and we connected her with Silo for Justin, for the advocacy with the ramp, because we had started the process about 5 years ago, and it was very challenging. The landlord would not give permission to modify the apartment at all. So we had got Justin to help us, and we still met challenges. So then he helped and got Jessica with the disability rights to come on. And that was a very long process, but I think we're almost there. We did get the permission from the landlord, and now we're proceeding with getting the bids and doing all the paperwork to get this approved for Donna.
I contacted Disability Rights of New York because even though I had my DSS nurse, Michelle Marriott, Gina Boffalino at the time, even though I had Rosemary Scheiber from Family Service League, everybody at Silo, Lissel, a village, nobody could move this landlord. And they just wanted me gone, or just to agree to live as I was without getting out of the house. So we needed to turn to Disability Rights of New York. And we found the incredible Jessica Barlow, who is as stubborn as I am. She will not give up. And she's like, she could be my granddaughter, but when I grow up, I want to be just like her. And she stuck with me. It was 3.5 years, and I didn't want much. It would be nice if I were allowed to have grab bars and I could widen the bathroom so that I don't have to bathe on the commode and all of that stuff, but I was willing to give all that up. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, and Eddie, my husband, well, actually, we weren't legally married as far as New York State was concerned, but before his operation, the priest married us at bedside so he could hear the words. But in God's eyes, I feel we're married. And Eddie was going to come home with all his equipment, so this very spacious apartment that I was grandfathered in, I was desperate to keep for him and for me. Also because there's as much as a 7-year waiting list to get another apartment with a subsidy. So I had to stay here. I had to roll with the punches. I have so much I can give. I have so much I want to do. And it cost me $150 round trip to get out. Now that came out of my special needs trust, When my special needs trust went down to zero, then I had to save every month to try to get a ride. Unfortunately, that's when my husband became sick and was dying, and the day he died, which was Thanksgiving 2016, I couldn't be there because Choice Medical, who gives me my Medicaid rides, are wonderful. And there was a lady there that used to let me pay off a ride when Eddie was in trouble and I really needed to go. But this was Thanksgiving and nobody in charge was around. So he died without me there. And I have to live with that. And he needed me so much, and all he ever wanted to do was come home. So that's the kind of problems I was being faced. SCAT and taxi cabs are affordable for me, but they're curbside. They're not allowed to come in and help me get out of the apartment in a wheelchair. So the only way I could do that was to call a Choice Medical, who are very kind to me, but they're very expensive unless they're doing Medicaid rides, and I can only get a Medicaid ride when I have a doctor's appointment. So basically, since 2013, the only times I ever went out of this house were to see Eddie till I drained about whatever was in my, the full funds in my NYSARC fund, because they would bill it to NYSARC and NYSARC would pay them, and to go to see my doctor.
My name is Michelle Graff. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I do weekly therapeutic visits with Donna. And we've been working together for almost a year. And I just am so impressed with the way that she handles herself and is a great disability advocate. And I know that this ramp is going to mean so much to her. You know, just being stuck in these four walls all the time can be a little daunting for people. So I just can't wait to see what she's going to accomplish in the future with the ramp.
And it's a big victory because she don't deserve going back to the nursing home. And besides everything that happened, all the bad thing that happened in her, all this to die, suffering because she lost her husband. And I come in every morning at 7 o'clock, and something I admire for her is because she's hopeful.
How will what getting a ramp, what disability rights did that nobody else could do, how will that improve my life? How about breathing air? To be able to do anything, to be able to go anywhere, to be able to volunteer to help people, to be able just to go to a library or go to a movie or just sit outside, but mostly to know that I am free to be a human being. And suddenly, the main thing is this wheelchair will cease to be an obstacle because I can go and take a SCAT ride or a taxi ride, and all I have to do is get up on my walker, fold up the wheelchair, and out we go if I'm going in a taxi ride. And if, God forbid, anyone I love ever needs me again, I can be there within the hour. That's what disability rights did for me. And not only that, it makes me feel like a human being.